Listen, you guys can make fun of Verbalase all you want. All I know is you put 50 G's in my pocket to commission something, I'm rewriting the entirety of Teen Titans. Get rid of Cyborg and Beast Boy, it's just me, Raven, and Starfire, and instead of fighting crime, we're fighting our inner desires for each other. But Sumito, if you're a Teen Titan, what's your superpower? 0 refractory period and my jaw doesn't get tired. That's my superpower. Oh, is that a knock at the door? But I didn't order a pizza, who is that? Judy Hopps?
That's a lot of nuts!
I am sick and tired of you motherfuckers acting like you're better than somebody else, alright? I'll be the first one to say it. Oh, you're gonna sit around like you never wished that you could have something commissioned of you sleeping with your favorite cartoon character? If I could travel back in time to visit 16-year-old you, I'd slap you across the face and call you a liar. And then subsequently be arrested. Today we're talking about Verbalase, who is a YouTuber who, according to his 5 million subscriber YouTube channel, is most well known for his cartoon beatbox videos, which are animated in like an early 2000s Flash sort of style that has 2 well-known characters like Mario vs. Sonic or Black Panther vs. Batman in a beatboxing competition. Although more often than not, from the few videos I've seen, it's actually more of a rap battle with beatboxing in the background, which doesn't make sense because you can't really do both. The internet is a weird place because it is such a big place. I can tell from the fact that this guy has 5 million subscribers and his most well-known videos have like 100+ million views, but I have literally never seen a single one of these videos ever. I had no idea that these existed on the internet, and I actually only knew Verbalase from the beatboxing meme that I covered in a video God knows how long ago. Despite the fact that I have never seen any of these cartoon beatboxing videos, it is very clear from the feedback that people have been giving about this whole situation that they held these videos very dear and near to their heart. A lot of people enjoyed watching cartoon beatbox, and watching a few of them now, even though they're 6-7 years past the original heyday of when they were popular, I can appreciate the fact that there's a little bit of story, some jokes. It's not just flash PNG images of some half-decent beatboxing. No, there's some quality here. There's talking, there's personality. The entire thing is set up like a game show or like a fight where they're in a boxing ring and they're beatboxing each other, but also kind of rap battling. I can totally see why people rallied behind this and enjoyed watching these videos. They're not bad. And it's really important to understand that people really liked Verbalase's cartoon beatboxing series. It's important to get that because the main gripe that people have with the situation we're talking about today is that it may have supposedly led to the death of cartoon beatbox. Doing animation is incredibly difficult on YouTube. It's incredibly difficult in general, even if you're trying to put it out on TV. But at least when you're doing it on TV, nobody's expecting the animation that you're making to be coming out every week. If you want to make an entire season of a show to air out once a week over 3 months, well, then you got 9 months to try and put the thing together. And even that's a pace that's hard to do on TV. But on YouTube, where you need to be uploading basically every week, it's damn near impossible to put together 10 minutes of animation in a style that people are going to appreciate with editing, smooth flowing whatevers. Because of that, putting out a video where you need to animate even 3-4 minutes isn't something that's going to happen super often. In the world of animation, Verbalase is playing on hard mode. If you take a look at some of the biggest animators on YouTube that are uploading relatively frequently, they're using really simple animations, line art with fill coloring. They're using the same images over and over again, basically to be able to just tell a story or talk about what they want to. To be able to do an actual cartoon style animation where you're sort of detailing everything takes multiple artists to be able to put together 5 minutes of animation in any reasonable amount of time. Factor in the fact that Verbalase is effectively also writing an epic rap battles of history between 2 fictional characters that need to be drawn in their own art style, and then also rapping voiced by him with beatboxing and effectively music in the background that all needs to be synced together with a little bit of story, because Verbalase himself is the one sort of judging and introducing these 2 characters, and they're having little squabbles in between their beatboxing rounds. This is not easy stuff to put together. Verbalase does a good job at supplementing what we on YouTube call our hero content for Verbalase, that's his cartoon beatboxes, by having other things. He has videos where he's interviewing the beatboxing character, where he's just using still PNGs and just doing their voice in order to make a easier to make video to supplement the what would otherwise be 2, 3, 4 month gaps between these big videos. He has IRL videos where he's just showing off his beatboxing and doing stuff with just a face cam. He's reacting to memes. He's doing all the proper YouTuber stuff to get as many views and as many subscribers and keep people as interested in his channel, because if the only thing he did was upload those cartoon beatboxes, they would be months and months apart, and as good as they were, if they weren't getting 30, 40 million views, that could still be too long for your channel to have any long-term life. In a video uploaded only a month ago, Verbalase describes his issues with how many views his videos are getting, stating that his most recent cartoon beatbox only got 1.5 million views. The way that he says it is that it didn't even get as many views as subscribers that he has. That actually sounds pretty normal for anybody who makes normal content, but when your main content is really designed to go super viral and they can average 10, 20, 50 million views, as some of his videos have, this can feel like quite a flop. And you have to factor in that this dude is voicing, writing, beatboxing for all of these characters and putting together a script and a storyline for everything, and then probably paying thousands upon thousands of dollars to have somebody else animate everything together the way that he wants it to, because to my knowledge, he himself is not a digital artist. Add on top of that the fact that a huge portion of his videos are probably being marked for kids and demonetized as a result of that because of his prolific use of cartoon characters and kids characters. It might be a lot closer to the edge of the knife than most people might realize between how much time, effort, and money goes into one of these videos versus how much he's actually making back if they're not going as viral as they used to. And it's because of that well, at least at this point in time, it's because of that you can see that it might not seem as sustainable to continue to make this show that is so beloved amongst his subscriber base. Let's move on to the meme that everybody has been memeing, the thing that you clicked on the video for, all right? Let's break that down. Now, I did follow as this was coming up on Twitter. I saw the original Twitter threads and stuff retweeted by some artist mutuals of mine, but as always, knowyourmeme.com just does a better job at allocating all this stuff together and giving me a chronological timeline of when these things broke down, so I'll just be referencing them. They're linked in the description as always. Basically what happened is somebody on Twitter claimed to know a little bit of behind-the-scenes details about an animation that was made by Verbalase. This account claims that between the 6 months between Black Panther versus Deadpool and Pennywise versus Patrick, there was this 6-month gap where he didn't upload any cartoon beatboxes, and this tanked the views on his channel, because as you guys all know, YouTube does not like it when you don't make videos. This creator claims that the reason for this, and Verbalase said so on his Discord, which is later backed up by some of these screenshots that are probably not going to be true, because the second I put anything in one of my videos, it turns out I'm wrong. Verbalase loosely describes a music video that he watched about a girl kissing a bunch of people in a restaurant and being displeased with the direction and directing of this music video, and he felt like it didn't do it justice because the song itself was great, and so as a result, he had, in his words, an extremely high quality animation commissioned and basically made his own animated music video of this song that he enjoyed but didn't like the original music video of. But he states that this video was a little bit too PG-13, and as a result it wouldn't be something he could post on his main channel, which of course is very much catered towards a more child audience with the nature of him using cartoon characters and whatever. He doesn't explicitly link it, he doesn't explicitly say exactly where it is or where it is, but because of all the descriptors that he gave, it wasn't all that difficult for people to find the video on YouTube, especially because it used the same character as he used in his cartoon beatboxing. So people find this video that was uploaded to some YouTube channel by the director of the animation from the names that match up. This video that Verbalase supposedly commissioned for upwards of $50,000, starring Charlie from the popular YouTube series, now made real TV series, Has Been Hotel, to this music video that he said that he liked. The video got like 60,000 views on YouTube before being taken down due to a copyright notice because he was using somebody else's music. So the video wasn't posted to his main channel. It barely got any views. It didn't make any money because it was taken down by the creator whose music he used without any permission about it. What was the game plan here? So from all the information that we've gathered together, Verbalase at some point, several years ago, commissioned a music video to be made, animated with a self-insert character and Charlie from Has Been Hotel in order to recreate the sort of love story that he felt the music portrayed to him and bring that to life, basically. It cost 50 grand. That's a crazy amount of money, but if you watch the video, it's done gorgeously. If you told me this was like an actual cartoon made by a big budget production or whatever, I'd believe you. The thing looks great, matches up to the music beautifully. The entire thing, if it was released as a music video for the song, would be it'd be a banger. However, little too much cock and ball torture. When you recontextualize what happened with the lens that it cost 50 grand that just basically went down the toilet, right? Verbalase has not addressed this video. He hasn't acknowledged this video. He didn't do anything to promote it. He didn't put it onto his main channel. He acknowledged it on a Discord channel once, talked about how much money he was putting into it, how good the animation is, what kind of a side project it was. He acknowledged that much on a Discord message, supposedly, and then never released it, acknowledged it, talked about it, did anything to turn the $50,000 that he spent on it into something that people could enjoy, that his audience might enjoy as a, 5 million subscribers strong group of people who appreciate music, animation, cartoons, and the stuff that Verbalase does. You'd think if he was going to spend this sort of money, it would go on the main channel. And with that in mind, it makes the fact that there's this weird sort of kinky BDSM scene that takes up like a full half of the music video. People have speculated that maybe this wasn't so much for the masses as much as it was for himself. It's because of this that you see all the headlines and the memes that people are talking about the situation simply titled as Verbalase spent $50,000 on a softcore, there's not even any actual... on a softcore self-insert commission with him and his waifu Charlie from Has Been Hotel. And because he spent that money and did that thing, it more or less bankrupted him to the point where he can no longer produce cartoon beatbox. There haven't been videos as often as normal. That last video I talked about where he said help save cartoon beatbox was basically him telling his audience to provide some of their own animation to him, because him doing it hasn't resulted in any amount of views. So this would be a way for them to promote their channel on his channel. And as you can expect, this was met with a tremendous amount of flack and a tremendous amount of downvotes, because people are just like, bro, if you're having everybody else animate it, it's not going to be the quality that it was before. And if your concern is that the videos aren't getting views and making money, why'd you spend 50 grand on a softcore self-insert project that then isn't gonna help? You killed the series. Obviously, there have been made a tremendous amount of memes about this situation, a ton of which are edits of the music video that was put together. Can't share any of those here, unfortunately, because it does have copyrighted music, although I've been retweeting them literally all week on my Twitter if you want to go see some of them there. Busy Pop, the creator of Has Been Hotel, responded to somebody saying that they showed her the music video that was commissioned of the character that she made, basically, put into this softcore self-insert porn, effectively, with just this response, which is, valid enough. People have also been making comparisons when anybody makes any amount of money and spends it on something stupid, as influencers tend to do. They'll compare it to the stuff that they would spend money on. And I'll be honest, for $50,000, the idea that, again, the animation was beautiful, and I don't want to take anything away from the artist who worked on the project. I'm sure it was worth every penny. It's just so sad that it ended up being because of this, that such a beautiful animation just kind of gets tarnished with the goal of it. But man, if I was spending 50 grand to get seduced by my waifu in an animation, I'll tell you right now, I'd be picking the absolute shade of purple that Raven's nipples would be, down to the hex code, bro. That's all the information we've got about the situation so far. I hope you enjoyed me breaking it down for you. If you would like to help fund my $50,000 Raven X Starfire X SumitoMedia softcore self-insert animation, make sure you join the patrons scrolling in the back. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more like it. I'll catch you guys down in the comments. Peace!